Hello, my friends. Welcome to our last live broadcast for today. And earlier today, we had a really interesting conversation between two people. Great story, great lesson. And we kind of plan to kick that conversation up again to demonstrate just how quickly this whole process works, right? And so I was, and the thing that I want to impress upon all of you is that you can have 5, 6, 8, 10 conversations like what you're going to look at every day. Now, we've been talking about 5 texting tactics that result in more enrollments, immediate duplication, and explosive growth, because as soon as you bring somebody into your business, they can do the same thing. All right? And so I'm going to flip back over here. And we were in the process. We're in Ron's account, and we're talking to somebody named Betty. Right? And if we come up and we take a look at who is Betty, business owner, entrepreneur, Mountain Vapor Lodge. Those vape shops have been getting a lot of negative publicity. Betty is celebrating 9 years at Now Media Solutions. So the first thing that should be entering your head is that anybody that's been involved with any kind of social media for 9 years has got to know something about network marketing. We will find out how extensive her network marketing experience is. So she's been the co-owner of the Mountain Vapor Lounge. And she says here she does doTERRA, network marketing company. Bigger Than Business Network, 8 years. She owns something called Now Media Solutions, 9 years. Co-owner of some kind of a handyman service for 9 years. Merchant and affiliate, independent affiliate of some kind of mobile marketing company. And a radio host, secretary, owner. Got a wide range of activity, right? So, what Ron's been doing, okay, this was actually, I think, our maybe second coaching session, possibly our third. And so what Ron has been doing is Ron has been picking people. He's been reaching out, okay, sending everybody that first message. Here it is right here. I notice your profile page. Okay, we can just scroll down here. And the second message after they accept is it's nice to be connected. So we could just scroll down this list and we could see this is first message, second message. So we've gone in and we've hit them with the second message, first message. So what he's been doing is he's been planting seeds. Planting seeds. First message, look at all these first messages that he has to go back. If he has time, he could start a conversation with these people. Or what he could do, now she answered the first message. So we've got a second message. He answered the first message. Or she answered the first message. So we can just scroll down here. Here's the first message, first message, first message. She said, thank you. So this is off the first message. Second message. Second message. First message. No, second message. Second message. So he's reaching out, making these connections. People are accepting him, which tells us he's picking the right people. And Picking the right people. People want to talk to him. So he's going in now, and he's hitting them with the second message. Okay, now, this is Robert Butwin. Now, if it's the Robert Butwin I'm familiar with, and I think it is, Robert's a good friend of mine, and he's one of the probably legendary network marketing trainers that are out there. So I'm just going to take a quick peek. And yep, that's Robert. All right, so okay, so now actually, I just started working with Robert again, and well, for one thing, we're not going to continue to talk to Robert because Robert's not a candidate for your business. You wanted to be connected to Robert so that you could be connected to his connections, right? All right, so now we're starting a conversation with this person here. And I've got to refresh. Start at the beginning, okay? So today, he reaches out to her, 11:37, sends her the first message. That was on Tuesday, at night. Wednesday, she accepts, so he sends her a little emoji. These emojis, you just pop over here, type in hello, this will pop up. So today, just as we were about to start a coaching session, she answered, Ron, I hope you're doing well. I've been out more than in LinkedIn. I've had my account for a long time, so to give you any advice would probably not be beneficial. I'm sure there are many changes since I was active. I'm looking to build again. So I'll see how it goes. Now, when you're talking to somebody, the answers that you get to questions contain new questions, better questions. The first thing you want to know, she's a business owner, an entrepreneur. The first question you would want to ask her is, what do you do? I'm looking to build again. The question is, what kind of business are you looking to build? Now, we could say, well, how long have you had your account? When did you start? So, again, to demonstrate that we're a little savvy about, okay? So much has changed on LinkedIn since Microsoft purchased them in 2016. They've turned Facebook into professionals, and they've turned it into Facebook for professionals. Let me just take this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this in the chat window. You might want to save this because, again, this demonstrates your social media knowledge as far as LinkedIn is concerned. All right? So he said, what kind of business? I have a couple of options. I own a vape shop in Woodland Park that I'm looking to close due to the industry and lack of business. I would like to get my digital marketing business up, but I have a couple of other options that I'm working on. One is still in the digital realm of things, and the other is providing the essential services that generally everyone uses. Being a broker to consumers, I am looking for partners for that as well. Actually, both may be of interest to you. Now, initially, we thought she was looking for some investor, but it turns out she's basically, this is her way of saying, I'm a network marketer, and I'm looking to partner up with people. Maybe, actually, both may be of interest to you. Well, at least she didn't say this may or may not be of interest to you. So we said, well, what is your digital marketing business about? And she writes back, I was providing social media expertise in SMS text marketing service, was building knowledge for video services as well. I would like to focus more on keeping the vape shop while building the essential services and the other internet marketing businesses with our network, with multiple platforms for people to save and build their wealth. If you would like, I could send you a link to check it out. I think this may be up your alley or of expertise. I'm looking for partners to share and build with. It's amazing, Ron, when you go back and you look at this a second time. Okay? So what we did was we said, I can understand why you want to close your vape shop. I'm not sure how long those kind of shops can stay open. With all the bad publicity, your shop must be a negative drain on your cash flow. And so we sent her, this was an emoji. Thanks, it's not been easy, and the locals are great, but they are hesitant for merchants. I don't think it would be hard in Woodland Park. Well, how, now we picked this up off of her answer here. Platform to help people save and build their wealth. Sounding more and more like a network marketing company. So how do you help people save and build wealth? May I send you a link? So we said, please do. And she says, this is a ground floor opportunity. In the short time that it has started, I truly believe in huge potential. So she gave us the link to our network. And we'll just pop over here. Pop it in there. All right, now, a revolutionary financial movement. Join now. Powers in the network. And so, learn more. So we come back over here, and she goes, there are free members and then partners, charter members. Even utilizing this for employees for their employees and their customers for reward. So we type, is this network marketing? Yes, it is, although in a much different way. Now we just don't want to keep hitting her with questions. I was talking to entrepreneurs. I love talking to entrepreneurs on here. Are you the founder or a distributor? I'm a charter member. Not far off from the top leaders. In fact, I can get you in direct contact with a few. Okay. Now, when you're talking to somebody that's trying to pitch you on a network marketing company, we don't want to talk about that business. How long have you been doing it? What other companies have you been involved with? So, how long have you been doing this? I've not been fully focused on this, but I'm rearranging my life with the extra free time I am looking to build my network, our network business, and the other essential services company to create an enjoyable lifestyle that I have not had for a long time. I was introduced to the company in the late fall, early winter through a friend that has direct contact with the founders and heavy leaders. Okay, so now we're asking, what other network marketing companies have you worked with previously? Well, to be honest, I've had a few in the past. I did not even put the slightest amount of effort that I am working currently for these. I have our network, doTERRA, and ACN for the essential services. So we've learned she's building 3 companies. So again, we wrote back, I'm amazed at how many companies people join but never make any money. So what were the other companies you work with? Luke in the early stages, if it wasn't such an introvert, LOL, family, tried Amway. I was young back then. Now Ron is building a Maluka business. But they currently have phenomenal internet tools. They didn't have them back then in the early stages. Okay? Now, So we're going to bring this up again, and I want you to watch how quickly she will come back, and then we're going to jump over to another demonstration, okay? So I think everyone on the planet was in Amway. Now, how long ago the key is always to end your message with a question. End your message with a question. All right? Now, what I'm going to do to move this along, because you can only be, when you, and there she comes, it didn't take long, did it? I'm going to pop over here, and I'm going to set up a new private window. Whoops. And we're going to pop into LinkedIn. And what I'm going to do is we're going to jump into Tim's account. And we're going to pop back over here to messaging. And we're going to come down and Tim, who was that?
It was Brad Goodham.
Brad?
Brad. G-U-D-I-M.
Well, we just got the first name. Here he is.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to resurrect this conversation with Brad. And he did something 3 hours ago. So he seems to feel that network marketing doesn't work. And he's got every reason in the world. We're not going to go back, and we already, by the way, I recorded the first session that we did here. And let me come over here. And hello, my friends. Welcome to our first of 2 live broadcasts. And last night, we put a number of... Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat window here a link to the session we did this morning. Okay, it's on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch that, pick it up. So So now, when are you returning to Minneapolis? Hi, Brad. By the way, Tim, what's the weather like where you are?
It's freezing right now. It's like 12 degrees.
Hi, Brad. I'm back.
I know. I need to come visit you.
Hey, listen. I'm planning on going sailing Sunday. If anybody wants to come, I'm back from Florida. It's 78 degrees back there. I think I came back too soon. What's the name of the groundhog? What's the groundhog's name?
Was it Puxixwani?
Yeah, right. We could say the groundhog lied. About an early spring. Okay, so now he wants to meet to talk about stuff, okay? And he's got a negative attitude about network marketing. People know what they know. They don't know. Thanks for that, Karen. I'm gonna copy this. Take this. Type his name in there. Can't be trusted. Now, I want to ask a question, okay? Now, he told us that he had an event that he's working on, right?
Right.
In March, okay? So how... You always want conversations to revolve around the person you're talking to, okay? So we're going to send this over, all right? And now I'm going to pop back over to the other side here. Okay. 20 years ago. You see how quickly people react and respond? And by the way, let me pop over here and look. There's somebody here that I'm supposed to look at in South Africa. Stephen Gerber. Okay, so Stephen, I got you. Okay, we're gonna look at your profile. All right. All right. So this is the ultimate. Okay, this is the action. This is the activity that you want to be engaged in every day. You're talking to somebody. Remember, you're not in the convincing business. She's an introvert. I would say it was over 20 years ago. Wow. Worse of an introvert. Compliments, genuine compliments pay great dividends. You don't seem like an introvert to me. Overcome that? I'd imagine well, see, here's the thing. She's an introvert. The wonderful thing about social media is that if you're an introvert, this is the best way to build your business. Because you've got scripts, you've got words. Now, what we did was we asked her a question that could be answered with a yes or a no. But where do we want to go? She's involved in a whole bunch of companies. She's not making any money. She's not making any money. If we were in a business where in order for her to get into your business, she'd have to come up with $500, $1,000, $2,000. Totally out of the question. In Ron's case, she doesn't have to come up with a lot of money. Doesn't have to come up with a lot of money. But you want her to be able to afford at least $300, become a distributor, buy some products. And you have a strategy. You've got a special launch. And you're looking for a couple of people to get involved. But a lot has changed in Melaleuca since she tried. Now, we could have said right here what we're about to say, which is a lot has changed since you were initially involved with Melaleuca. As a matter of fact, I'm in Melaleuca, and I'm building my business on the internet, and I've got a strategy and a plan where it's going to enable me to retire from the insurance business by the end of the year. And I'm about to launch a special project to work with two people, help two people make, and whatever the number is, $15,000, $50,000, and we're going to do it on the internet. But at least we know where she sits from the standpoint of she's familiar with the company. And the other thing that we're going to be able to point to is that after 20 years that she tried to build a business, it's still around, versus companies that come and go. So every day, over here, we're reaching out to people. First message, second message. All right, so while we're waiting for a couple of seconds, we may jump into some other accounts. What I want to do is, and I can do it from this account, we come over here and we're going to look for Steven. And so there are 78 Steven Gerbers. And the one we're looking for is right here. And what we can do is we could come over here on Facebook. Okay. And we got a little message here that Brad answered already. So let's pop back over there. Is push time for the expo? I'm sure. When does it start? So the most important thing for you to remember is he's in a business. And Stephen, if you would send me the links to your pages so we don't have to waste a lot of time, just put it in the chat window. Send me the links to your pages. So this is not going to be the time to talk about network marketing. This is not going to be the time to introduce your business opportunity to him, because his focus, and it took him 3 minutes to answer, his focus is going to be on this expo. This is one of the two things he does to make money. And so you've got to keep in the back of your mind all the time what is going on in the life of the other person. Okay? So how's it looking? Has he sold out all of his, has he sold out all of his space? Okay? And what you want to do is you want to delay any kind of meeting with him until after that event. And he'll either be flush with money or he's going to be looking for something else. All right? And that's timing, folks, is everything. The thing is, you have to remember that you got plenty of other people to talk to. We can just pop over here, work our way down. All right? We can see our first message. We can see our second message. We can see the people. We scroll down. People are having birthdays. Now, when you wish somebody a happy birthday, okay, it's nice. The gift is nice. But you've got to ask a question. Okay? You know, hey, I want to wish you a happy birthday. You use the birthday to start a conversation with somebody. All right, now let me slide this over. And so, okay, so Stephen, this is your your page, and let's see if Vivian is here. Yep. And you're in the music business. Okay, great picture of South Africa. And so, Stephen, you're looking for students. Let me unmute them for just a second. Not sure what kind of a connection we're going to have. All right. So, what is this? And you're also building a Herbalife business, or you were. Okay, so let's take a look at. Now, Facebook is starting to do the same thing, okay? Facebook, again, is starting to push people at us. Hey, people you may know because we have mutual friends. We want to fill in all the boxes. We got a couple of elements down here that we could certainly fill in. Well, this is where you're supposed to talk about yourself. So if you're trying to, if you're looking to get any kind of business, students or whatever, I would think here you'd want to say, hey, I've been talk about your what you do. Go through the Universal Profile Guide, and there are all kinds of examples of how you can do that. Okay, now your cover can do an awful lot for you. So you wrote, I'm ready to have 3 vocalists. That's an interesting play. Or looking for piano arrangements. Not sure you got any kind of reactions from that. Okay, so bottom line is it needs some work, and this picture here. They call it Facebook for a reason. Okay, now Tim is starting to move his people towards a close and an appointment. All right, let me shut this down. And let me see, Karen, looks like Karen made a sale. Let's find out.
Good afternoon, Max.
Hey, Karen, congratulations. So we closed one?
Yes, we did, and she ordered a $2.99 pack as well. So it was lovely. She's very excited.
Now, where did you meet this person?
LinkedIn, sir.
Oh.
With all of your amazing training. Follow these scripts.
Yeah. Okay, we got to see. So so when did you make your initial contact with this person?
Oh my goodness, it would. I'm trying to think. December.
Okay.
December 10th.
Okay, what's her name?
Marsha.
I'll write up here at the top.
Yep.
Okay, now this is what we've been talking about. So you've been planting seeds since December, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And virtual assistant, okay? I'm telling you, virtual assistants are right up everybody's alley. They're women, they want to work from home, and self-employment. And she's been doing this for almost 6 years. Love it. Think about how many people, Karen, you've got right here. Okay? First message, second message. Think about all the people. You're planting seeds, you're watering these things.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Okay?
Patience.
That's the one thing you all really have to, you know, starting a relationship with somebody is so fast, but see, here's the thing. Now watch, so December 10th you reached out to her, you sent her the first message, sent her the second message, and 3 days later on the 13th, you know, 8:30, 9:30. What do you do? First question. What do you do? How many times a day can all of you do this? In an hour you could do this 10 or 15 times. Virtual assistants. Okay? What prompted you to become a virtual assistant? Work from home. Okay? Now we want to learn a little bit more about her. Things are slow. 3 or 1 hour a week. Remember, there's nothing residual for these people. When they work, they get paid. You ask them what they do, they're going to come back and ask you what you do. So she says, well, how are things going with you? How long have you been working as a virtual assistant? 6 years. I love what I do. All right, so here is your transition line. This is where we move the conversation. Many of the virtual assistants I've met on LinkedIn are also involved in a network marketing company that produces residual extra income. What experience have you had with network marketing? Now, there's 2 ways to do it. You can say many of the virtual assistants I've met, low key, or many of the virtual assistants I'm working with. So 0. I have 0 experience. So let's clarify what network marketing is. Working with companies like Amway, Nu Skin, Herbalife. No? It's amazing to think this day some people still have just managed to avoid that. Okay, now, you said earlier that things are slow. Would you be interested in learning how you and your sister could create an additional income stream? Would love, depending upon what it is. Now here we have the project launch script. About to launch a new project with my company, senior director in 3. Work personally with 2 people, help them make 20 grand in the next 90 days. I'm glad you lowered that. When I did it, I earned 40 in 90, but I'm setting the bar lower. reaching out to you because you have the skill set, experience working with people, and the aptitude to do this. Plus, I think that you'd be fun to work with. So, you want to move it to the phone. I type faster. I talk faster than I type. Not really. You're a fast typist.
Yeah.
Okay. which, by the way, if you're a fast typist, we need to slow down. Okay? Would you be, okay, so she says, is there an initial cost to this? Now, you know, typically, when somebody says, when people want to know how much it costs before they want to know what it is, again, that's called a clue. But again, it's 19 bucks. Now, if Karen had said, well, the initial cost is, probably what you do is, if you're trying to sell a $2,000 or $3,000 package, is there an initial cost? Let's come back up here. Say you're selling a $3,000 package. Is there an initial cost? You don't want to lie. We've already asked her what experience does she have with network marketing. She doesn't have any. So, and we've already hit her with the project launch script. So here you would have to tell her, well, there is an initial cost involved. We're starting, it's a business, but with my special project launch, it doesn't matter what the cost is because you're going to be able to recoup that cost first 30 days. All right? All right. Okay. So now she says, hey, I want a little bit more information. Is it like Amway or Avon? Do you do cold calling? Very, very important here. Big lesson. Okay? Everybody wants to move to the telephone. So we answered here, and this was what? This was this me or you?
That part was you.
I was going to say, if this was you. It doesn't matter, you got her. Okay? Or in this case, we got her. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Okay.
That was on Tuesday. Okay.
So, yeah, this was right at the end of an Ask Max session. Mm-hmm. Okay. So she says here, could you tell me a little bit more about what you have to offer? Is it like Amway or Avon? Do you do cold? I want to make sure it's something I think I can do before we schedule a chat. Right. This was the one we had this big long response, and we got it. It's not like either Amway or Avon, and there's absolutely no cold calling. If I didn't think you could be successful, because we wouldn't be talking. Now I'm going to show you how you can be creating a growing stream of residual income on LinkedIn in less than 2 hours a day, talking to people that you know in advance need what we have and want to talk to us. It's so much fun that people say it's addicting. What's your schedule over the next 2 days? And okay, now, so you got her on the telephone. What'd you do?
I did a Zoom. So I share it through Zoom in an overview, and then that way I can show the information, and I can show my social proof of the checks, and then I can also share more information about the products. So visibly they can see everything. And then I also help them to pick out their first product order.
Okay, now this, folks, is very important. Okay? This is very important because you have to, as we're moving this conversation along, as we're moving this along, you have to have clear in your mind, how am I going to show them the business? Okay? How am I going to show them the business? What company tools am I going to use? Now, what is this? Which?
Oh, that's a particular training site that another organization provides. So she was just registering for that, and I said, no, you don't need to register for that. So now she's just asking me about certain questions related to helping her set up her first account. So this is just, middle questions she has right now.
Gotcha. So this isn't the 1, 2, 3, go thing?
No, it's another site, and so I'm going to go through with her how to use the 1, 2, 3, go green, because I don't want her on this one.
But this one worked for you, for her to look at it and get in the business.
No, she doesn't need this one. I just have her on their Facebook page because they do trainings on Monday nights, so she doesn't need this at all.
Okay. Okay, so folks, while you're building a business, it's always a good idea to know what other tools are available. Now, here's the best part, okay? This is the best part, okay? Because what Karen's going to be able to do is Karen's going to be able to take Marcia here and help her just spruce this up just a little bit, add one more thing to her profile, right? And then Marcia, first and foremost, maybe some of her connections might be interested in what she's doing. But Marcia is perfectly positioned to come up here and do a search for other virtual assistants. Is 500,000. People love talking to each other, especially people that work in the same field. So you reach out to April or Amy, one virtual assistant to another. We come up here, we say, look at all the virtual assistants that are looking for an opportunity. It's 45,000. You got no shortage of people to talk to. None, zero, zip. The only thing standing between you and moving up to the top of your business is the number of people that you talk to. You know in advance who those people are or could be. The answers to a few questions are going to tell you that. So in Tim's case, the guy wrote back and he said, when does it start? March 4th, 3 to 7, Earl Brown Heritage Center. This is where I developed multiple personality syndrome. Okay? All right, so here he said, okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so now we're going to come back and we're going to say, event. Okay? We sold out all your space for exhibitors. And now the other thing, March 4th, now, what we want to find out, has he sold out the exhibit? Question number one. Question number two, how many people attend? You know, just out of, you know, curiosity, you know, you put one of these things on, I'm sure you're not doing it for, how much money do you make at one of these things? You're at that level in the relationship where you're talking business. So you put on one of these events, you do a couple of them a year. How much money do you make at one of these things? So that's the reason why you can understand why he keeps coming back to network marketing. He keeps trying these other things because he's not creating any kind of residual income. What we have to do, you know, what we're going to try to do is to show this man who's I'm not going to jump into the whole thing, but his perception of network marketing is based on his experience. And the reason he's never had any success in the business, okay, is because he doesn't know what you know. Doesn't know what you know.
Right.
All right? He wants to get on the telephone. It's an event planner business. Looks like a big event. Okay, so anyway, so the bottom line with him is he doesn't matter now. He doesn't matter at all. We don't have to ever, I mean, the next time you want to talk to him is at the end of March.
Right.
Right? So in the meantime, and this is another very, very important thing to remember, that every day, what we're doing is we communicate with people that we're connected to by what we post, by what we share. And so on a regular basis, let's pop over here and let's look at your posts. So you post this, be weird and be loved. All right, suggestion. The people that you're talking to on here, the people that you're communicating with on a regular basis are people that are looking for opportunities, that are looking for change. And so I mean, these are all very nice, okay? These are all very nice. What I would do is I would make a habit of searching for, I'm gonna do it on the other one. go over here. Whoops. Under Google Images. And what I would be doing is I'd be doing a search about change. Change in life. Change at work. Okay?
Love it.
Okay? Change about work. Change about leadership. The pessimist complains about the wind, the optimist expects it to change, the leader adjusts the sails. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. Motivational chain quotes about goals. Okay? Motivational quotes about happiness. Okay? Motivational quotes about, whoops, success.
Mm.
Whoops. That's still happiness. These are the kinds of things you want to put up there. Because what you're doing is stop cheating on your future with your past. It's over. Don't expect to see a change if you don't make one. If you can dream it, you can do it. The best revenge is massive success. Don't just stand there, make something happen. Don't be afraid to fail, be afraid not to try. Okay, this is a Lee Iacocca one. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but a lack of will. What these do when you post them is they reinforce in the person that you're talking to, it reinforces for them, A, they got to appreciate you because you've taken the time to send it, to post it. Some of them are going to turn around and take what you sent them and they're going to share it with their friends. A personal trainer, you want to bring a personal trainer into your business, a fitness instructor? Then start posting things about exercise. Start posting things about health. Start posting things about goals. About persistence.
Mm.
Okay? And these are the kinds of things that you want to be posting. Okay? I mean, oops. Did she answer?
Yeah. Thanks, Max.
All right? It comes and it goes. It's always easier to be a keyboard warrior. LOL. I use my skills for good though. Having my own networking group I manage has been helpful too. Have you heard of Bigger Than Business? 20 minutes later. It comes and it goes. Now, when we start to bring up the business, we want to be able to let Betty know that the way Ron builds his Malaluka business, introvert, non-introvert, doesn't matter. So now she's saying here, I manage my own networking group. Have you heard of Bigger Than Business? We will be celebrating 8 years. Bigger than business. What's bigger than business? Okay, so she's the co-founder of this. Bigger than business. You've been doing this for 8 years? We have to refresh. Eight years in April. She's got a natural opportunity to use that. Show the person. First, we identify the need. In this case, we've identified a need. This poor woman, she's working 3 network marketing companies. She's got a vape shop, which is sucking out all of her cash because she's not doing well there. And Ron has got the vehicle, a vehicle that she's already familiar with, but times have changed. Times have changed. This is going to be a simple question of the relationship, okay? She will come back into this business with Ron if she feels that we already determined she's got the need. She hasn't mentioned it yet, but she's got the need. She's trying to sell him on this thing, okay? So how would you be an introvert if you got your own networking group? 8 years. We're not going to jump into this now. Ron, we can pop into this one tomorrow. And folks, here's the bottom line. Whether you're wishing someone a happy birthday, whether you're responding to something that someone did, a like, a post, whether they're responding to a birthday message, it doesn't matter what it is. Or maybe you're going to respond to something you see someone else do. The bottom line, at the end of the day, it's always going to be about conversation. And now, all of you have to know that you're in a business, you're in an industry where there is constant change. People go to bed on Friday night, they're in a networking business, they've got 10,000 people under them. They wake up Monday morning and something's happened and their upline has left, they've gone to another business and they got nobody. When you know how the game is played, when you know what the rules are, you can insulate yourself from that kind of activity. We're here to help. Again, there are so many people in network marketing that fail because nobody is teaching them the simple things that they need to know. All right? You're learning the basic fundamental way to do this. You're all heading down the same road. And let me slide this over, Dan. It's nice to see you. And anyway, we will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. and Friday is 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. We're going to show you how to start conversations with people that you know in advance need what you have. And one big group of people are going to be network marketers. Network marketers like the example we just saw there.